Okay.
Are we hot?
Loading.
The end is never...
Am I gonna... Oh, I don't know.
I guess we're fine. Because if I kept on asking... Oh,
Yeah, it's back.
good. Hardy enjoying the game even though we're on a load screen.
Yes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is important.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Who sits at their desk for an
No
hour
one
and does
showed up to
nothing?
give him instructions.
Me.
Or listen, or even say hi.
Everyone's gone.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
The rapture?
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
This is fun.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you to do for the very first time, so we can understand completely what is going on, is listen to the narrator.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
The narrator is good. Can I, like, pick up a gun and...
No.
Okay.
Like I said, this is very different than what we've played.
So... I know
All
that
of his
there's
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So,
nice windows.
this is definitely the picturesque office, really. Wonderful situation.
Okay, I'm hitting E and it's making a noise.
Yeah, the door's locked.
I'm assuming that's an action key.
Yep, action key.
Okay.
I think if you click on the monitors and hit E and stuff like that, that will... Yep, there it goes.
Does it turn back on?
No.
Well,
Budget
that's
cuts.
Stupid. Does this turn on? Oh. Okay, okay. Just want to drink some coffee. 420 blaze it.
Oh my gosh.
This is locked too. They do not trust their employees.
No. Apparently not.
Oh, what's this? How the mighty have fallen.
Huh.
That's definitely a clue. Calling it.
That's funny because I know what's going to happen next. What's great is that you don't expect the jump scares. I'm kidding, there are no jump scares. The look that you just gave me was priceless.
I'm just gonna try every door.
I'm going to give you a hint. No, the door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Listen to the narrator. That's all I'm going to tell you.
I don't know what to do.
He said go to the door on the left. Go to the door on the left.
Fine. I'm not happy about it though.
Well, congratulations. You can be unhappy somewhere else.
I'm waiting for a jump scare now.
There isn't going to be a jump scare. I promise.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Is this guy British? I can't ever tell.
I'm gonna screenshot this because I'm gonna reference it later. Okay.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Oh, never mind.
Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm talking about. It breaks itself. It understands itself.
This is funny. Okay.
Ooh, broke puzzle.
Hey, there was a... Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Uh-huh, that's what you want me to do. What's in here? What's in here?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
No, there's
No
something.
reason to
There has to be
study
something.
here.
There is always something.
What's hiding? Fine.
I gotta say, this is a lot different than sitting there and watching it being played. It's a lot more fun.
Coming to a staircase,
Oh, come
Stanley
on.
walked upstairs to his boss's
Nope.
office.
No, Frosty, what'd I tell you?
Nope.
Listen
I'm
to
not-
the narrator.
I'm not listening.
Frosty, it's not gonna make
Oh.
sense.
Oh,
Frosty, go upstairs.
that looks like hell. I'm going upstairs.
Go upstairs. Just believe me, okay? Just first time, listen to him, and then we can screw around later.
Are all the doors locked?
Yes, all the doors are going to be locked unless it's specified. That's going to be locked too. Royal crap.
Wow, this is a nice office. I don't know why I keep trying doors.
As I told you.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
What?
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing
There
random
was no way
buttons on the
possible that Stanley could
keypad,
have known
Stanley
this.
happened to input the correct
Oh.
code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What is happening right now?
The game is under construction. It's going to crash in a minute. So.
Is it really? What's in this dark corner?
I'm going to tell you something about this game right now, is that you can try to break this game, but it's already figured out how you're going to try to break it. And that's not going to make a lot of sense right now, but believe me, it is a thing.
Oh, loading.
I have been truly excited for you to play. Really it has.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Unanswered.
I swear, British accents are some of the coolest
Stanley
accents
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my god. This is great.
Don't do it. I know what you're doing. Oh, screech. No, Frosty. Frosty, no. Look at that.
on,
Have you ever
no.
seen it? Look at that. That is like clearly written in blood or just terrible
That's
Sharpie.
crayon. Looks like crayon on cardboard.
Escape. Okay?
That is not better than this.
Yes, go to the mind control facility.
Okay, this was the last time I'm listening to you.
Why?
Why would I want to be mind controlled?
You don't. But I'm telling you, listen to the narrator this first time. A lot more of it will make sense.
Oh, this is like on X-Men.
Sure.
The lights rose on an
See?
enormous room packed
All right.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Sure they
place
have
hold?
something like that
Stanley
copyrighted, don't
thought
they?
to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Strength. You're walking. I don't have the strength to carry on.
Ooh, cameras? Is there any other buttons? Nope. Okay, then cameras it is.
Now the monitors jumped to
Whoa.
life, their true nature
That is
revealed.
cool.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
That is
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Dude, this is what the CIA sees on a daily. This...
I guess it wouldn't probably be that interesting for the CIA. I mean, like, think about it. What is it? What's that theory? It's like they can tap into your phones and they can, like, look at, like, the video monitors and all that, like, see you. I think that'd get boring.
Wasn't I-427?
Yeah, you're 427.
Hey, I see me.
Huh?
Or,
It sees you.
yeah, definitely.
This
Okay.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Stanley Parable's getting inspiration on that.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This is so hard right now.
Here
I
was
just
the
want
proof,
to go.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy
Oh, God.
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working,
This is
all of it
not
monitored
good.
and
What did I
commanded
tell
from
you?
this very place.
This
And as the
game
cold
understands
reality of his
itself.
past began to sink in,
What?
Stanley decided that this machinery
That's where the
would never
cultists
again exert
gather.
its terrible power over another human life.
Stanley's workplace
For he
takes over
would
this place,
dismantle the
throughout the
controls
weekday, and on the
once
weekends, the
and
cultists.
for all.
Okay, so I'm here to disable everything.
Well, by the looks of things, you are.
So there's buttons here. I'm
There are.
assuming I can press. Oh,
Oh,
I hit a 10.
I did a thing.
Everything seems to be fine.
Everything.
Okay, what are
Ooh,
these?
power.
These guys look. Yeah,
Everything's offline.
everything's offline. Maybe that's why they're gone.
Oh, 5.
5. Is there a 4?
Yeah.
What's through here?
Oh, awaiting input. Looks like that's you.
Well, there's
Backs away from it. Says no. Nah, it doesn't look like it did anything.
Okay, there was a console over there, but it didn't work. Oh, there's a 4. I gotta press the 4 now, and then the 3, then the 2, then the 1. Right? That sounds like it would
I'm not
work.
gonna say anything because.
Because I hit it on the nose. I bet I did. You coughed.
I did. You're right. I also have a cold. Congratulations.
You don't sound like it.
I get
4.
it. I have a voice of an angel. Okay.
4. I wish I could jump.
Well, you know what? This game with amazing graphics and a wonderful narrator cannot afford putting in ability to jump. Why would you need to jump anyway?
So I could jump over this, and then just make it a lot quicker.
You just want to parkour. Seriously?
Where's
in a
the-
game that already has a lot of depth, you just want to sit there and freaking parkour.
Where's the 3?
Oh, I don't know. Look at me. I don't have a map.
5, 4. Is it over here? It is.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh, that made a noise. 2, 1. Here we come.
And that's how the number system works, yeah?
Don't tell me I gotta go 1 to 5.
Nope. Nothing.
I do, don't I?
I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure you should go do the input power thing.
Oh, okay.
That's a subtle hint.
Subtle hint. Okay.
Subtle hint.
Can I close these?
No.
What? I just like to open doors.
Now listen to the narrator. Then we can screw around. I promise.
Okay. System.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation,
He said
to put
duty.
an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright. You know what that means? No. He said put an end to it. And you broke the game. Congratulations. Alright, well that concludes our playthrough of the Stanley Parable. Thanks! No.
Is it gonna roll credits? I bet it does.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
But
Roll credits.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself
Maybe
from
Stanley's
someone
mom's standing
else's
behind his car like,
command.
"Stanley!
Freedom was
Where have you
mere
been?"
moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
happiness
understand,
always wins.
but to let go.
There's gonna be a big
longer would
plot
anyone
twist, isn't
tell him where
there?
to
No,
go,
Yeah,
really.
right here. There's gonna be.
or how to
Stanley's mom. Stanley!
whatever life he
Oh.
lives.
No, it's
it
actually
will be
pleasant. It's actually nice. Look at that.
And that
That is
was
It's like the
all
beginning of The
he
Hobbit.
needed to know. It was perhaps the
It's like
only
your house.
thing worth
It
knowing.
does.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Get shot by a sniper.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
And like that, we
possibility
go
of
into
the
Legend
new
of Zelda
path
Breath of the Wild. We're
before
going to do a playthrough on that.
This was
That'd be
exactly the
pretty
way
good.
Just load
right
straight
now,
into that.
that things were meant to
Cut
happen,
rate Minecraft.
and Stanley was happy.
Aw. That was the shortest game I've ever played.
Well, not really, because there is a lot more to it.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I got another achievement.
you got another achievement. That's awesome.
that is-
But notice how it says the end is never the... Now I'll let you screw around.
Yes.
And before we just start running amok. So, just like that, we're back in 427. But I say we take on another adventure in another episode.
I think that sounds great.
Alright, see you guys next time.